My love bugs. Listen, y'all got a lot of protection around you right now, okay? You have got a lot of protection around you, okay? And this could be manifesting in a lot of ways, all right? You could be noticing folks acting a little bit territorial of you is the term that I would use, okay? I was drawn to my Godfather deck, which is a newer deck that I acquired, okay? And I noticed something that I joke around all the time. My boyfriend's dog, I always say that he must have been a spy in another life, or he was part of the military secret service, because as much as he stays pissed off at me, he's always somewhere near me, okay? I was trying, if you saw my last video that I posted, I was trying to figure out if there was a mosquito in the door, right? And it just so happened it was in the house. And so I went to kill the mosquito, and I mean, he comes flying out of nowhere like, I'm gonna save the day, okay? And somebody wants to save the day, whether it is and protect you, whether it is animals, okay, I'm seeing dogs, even cats, all right, birds, okay, you could hear more chatter amongst the birds, all right. I'm even hearing friends and family members may seem a bit more protective of you in this spacing. 12:14 on my timer as I say that, okay? But you have a heavy amount of protection around you, and people and things are not playing about you, okay? That is the message right now. All right, let's see what this energy of protection is about, okay? Some of y'all could be working with angels on this earth, all right, who see the value of you, and they ain't playing about you, okay? They know that this season that we're in tends to bring things forth, okay? And again, we are in, we are in a full moon spacing, all right? So things sometimes get a little funky, okay? But your people ain't playing, okay? Your dogs, your cats, all the animals ain't playing about you. All right, so we got the Queen of Coins, which coins are pentacles in this deck. All right, we got the Eight of Swords, okay? Restrictions, all right? And the Queen of Coins is all about generosity, caring, and a nurturing nature. And then we've got the Fool, okay? All about taking risks and new beginnings, okay? Sorry, y'all. I feel like today there's something to be said about distractions, okay? There is something here about distractions. Hold on a second, y'all. Let's see. What is this spirit about distractions? What is this energy? Ooh. Ugh. So as you guys know, I started this reading with what I told you was the Godfather new deck that I have, okay? And a lot of what was coming out of this spread, all right, is about the need to release self-limiting doubts, okay? And you're being guided to do this without any hesitation, okay? As we come upon this new full moon cycle later this week, okay? It's going to be called into question what it is that you need to release, all right? And while it's easy to look externally and outward, all right, in that regard, hold on, guys. This is more about a reassessment of your own values, okay? Because no sooner than I wanted to get clarity around this spread, okay, and I pulled from a different deck. We got the Lovers card, the World card reversed, the Tower card reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed, okay? All of which are major arcana, okay? So this is a huge thing happening right now for you, okay? It's almost like you want to be distracted by all the other things that are going on outside of you, but your spirit team is encouraging you to go inward, okay? 504 on my timer as I say this, major change is happening, but it's occurring with you. Okay, it's not about how you can change yourself from the outside inward, but inward outward. Okay, the changes you make upon yourself will ultimately change the trajectory for you and even clear your path further. Okay, this is major, okay, spirit level changes that you cannot avoid. Okay, these are soul contract shifts, things that are destined for you, okay, to change, to shift, to transition, to reassess. All right, there's something here about your relationships that is being illuminated in essence. Okay, it's like there's love in your life, but it's time for you to really take an in-depth look at that and how you can further celebrate, honor, and appreciate it, okay? There's a lot of unfinished business here, all right, that's got you feeling like you are unfulfilled to a certain degree, okay? There's also something here with better managing your emotional health, okay? But right now, this is change on an elemental level. This is change that you're going to have to embody. And I mentioned this yesterday in a previous reading. There's change that you're going to have to embody, okay, utilizing all of the elements, fire, water, air, and earth, okay, to ground you, right? Many of you guys could be feeling like you're in a position where you're losing control, but that's not exactly what's going on here. What's going on is a need for you to lose this idea or notion of controlling everything, right? Where some of the things that are unhealthy for you, you're still trying to control when in essence you should be releasing them, okay? The colors yellow could be significant, black could be significant. Okay, yeah, because you're not a weak individual. We got the strength card. When I say animals are heavily significant here. Okay, fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries is here. And sometimes you don't know your own strength until it's being tested. And right now you're going through a massive internal shift, okay? Where it's not calling for you to be strong, you know, in the physical sense, but it's calling for you to shift your perspective and be stronger emotionally, okay, spiritually. All right? Something to do with mountains. Ooh, we got the Ace of Wands, all right? Yeah, there's heavy fire energy here. You could have fire in your placements, okay? Or in your big three. But in order for you to manifest, you're going to have to do this internal work. You're going to have to release what's no longer serving you, okay? And a lot of that has to do with old, outdated thinking, beliefs, okay? Self-doubts, all right? So that you can begin to take action on your ideas and not just sit on your hands, all right? Let's get one more card. Spirit, what else does the collective need to know about this energy? But one thing is for certain, two things for sure. You are going through a major change, okay? And I'm sending you all the love. Ooh, sending you all the love. Yep, we got the Ten of Swords coming out flying, okay? What you're experiencing now, this is the worst of it. If you need to know in terms of good and bad, all right, the only way you can go from here is onward and upward, but you have to begin the process of letting go. You got to start. You have to start. You've gotten to a point of this being an inevitable end of how you've always moved, okay? And this need to control what can't be controlled, all right? Nines could be significant, tens could be significant as well. I appreciate you guys for listening in this message, and I hope that you found what resonates best with you here. I love y'all. Mwah.